Hiya, friends. Prepared Suburbanite back with you. Well, I took a couple of days off to try to recover from what I think is a late summer cold, stuffy head, scratchy throat, that kind of stuff. And it does feel like I'm on the mend right now. But I had to take a couple of days off and just kick back and watch a couple of movies on TV and nap in the afternoon. And finally, I think I'm on the way out. But that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about tonight's debate and the fact that Donald Trump is going to be playing 3-on-1 debating with the ABC crew plus Kamala Harris. So stick around, and I've also got some thoughts on fact checking that I think is going to be pretty interesting. So stick around. So tonight's debate, probably the most pivotal moment in this campaign for president for 2024 election. It will be on ABC, but it looks like it's going to be simulcast on a lot of different channels, so I don't think anybody should miss it. And I'm going to be watching it for sure. And here's what I think may happen. That the two moderators, David Moore from World News Tonight on ABC, and Lindsay Davis, pretty active commentator on there, but there has been some revelations about David Moore's contributions to the Trump and Harris debate.
ABC News, they have been openly rooting for Kamala Harris. For example, David Muir is one of the moderators. Look at this new study, just happened to come out, Media Research Center. His coverage of Kamala Harris on ABC World News Tonight, 100% positive since the day she became the candidate. 100%. Coverage of Donald Trump, 93% negative.
So there you have that. Now, you can rest assured that if he is using World News Tonight to benefit the Harris campaign and Kamala Harris by espousing 100% of his support on her campaign and being 93% negative on Trump, he's going to be playing 3-on-1 ball here with this crew. So I'm going to be watching with great interest to see what's really going to happen tonight. I'm hoping that Trump maintains his presidential aloofness and cool, and that she does what she normally does and gets confused and gets into word salads and things like that. I'm sure that he will come out on top, at least according to conservative minds anyway. I suspect that ABC and MSNBC and all the rest of the mainstream left media hacks out there are going to award her as the winner. But I think that folks that have a critical mind, that use that critical mind to look at the real facts, look at the policy positions, look at what's really going on in the campaigns, look at the Trump successes during his administration, and look at the Harris failures during the Biden-Harris administration. I think that folks are going to come to a conclusion that if Donald Trump can maintain his presidential coolness, he's going to walk away with this debate. We'll have to see how it all plays out because like I said, I think he's going to be playing 3-on-1 ball here, and that they're going to be asking softball questions to Kamala and really hard, tough, prying questions against Trump. So we'll have to see how it plays out. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be one of the most pivotal moments that we've had so far in this campaign. uh, if you can consider that the Democrat contender for president right now hasn't gotten a single primary vote, had to withdraw early, has really no platform that makes any sense except that she wants cradle to grave government control over our lives. You can take it for what it is, but I think that Donald Trump is going to win this whole thing. Now, when we get down to talking about, excuse me, talking about fact checking, there will be some fact checking going on during the debate. I suspect that the two moderators are going to be fact checking like crazy, and they're going to hold Trump to all those fact checks that they come up with. And I think they're going to allow her to skate by with her word salad answers, her no nonsense approach to stuff. They'll just let it pass, and they won't ask the follow up probing questions that they really do need to ask. Now, to get into political fact, I check our local news from time to time, and our local TV station has a website that is pretty left. They, even though they're affiliated with Fox to some degree, they simply do not parrot anything from a conservative mindset. There was I guess, an opinion piece that was posted to their website yesterday. And it asked the question, are immigrants without legal status causing a surge of crime in North Carolina? Now, this was written by a fellow named Paul Specht, who is a PolitiFact reporter. So he works for PolitiFact. And here's what they said. If you listen to some politicians, North Carolina, located more than 1,000 miles away from Mexico, has become a border state because the Biden administration's immigration policies. North Carolina's airwaves are carrying political advertisements for Republican candidates showing images of people jumping fences and walking around in arid land. North Carolina Republicans in Congress have sounded the alarm about a federal facility in Greensboro intended to house minors who cross the southern border without authorization. So this is how they address it. The legislators' address, the Republican legislators, wrote a letter to Governor Cooper, who's a Democrat, and it claims that increased criminal activity and overstressed resources are just a few of the challenges that North Carolina faces as a result of the federal government's inaction at the border. Although non-citizens have committed high-profile crimes in North Carolina, there's little evidence to suggest they're driving a statewide surge. And that's partly because the state's crime is down overall, and partly because North Carolina's top law enforcement agencies don't compile data about crimes committed by non-citizens. So it must be true or something. That is tantamount to an admission that there is a surge in crime if they would only just report the non-citizen crimes. And we don't in North Carolina, obviously. So the crime rate goes down, and there's no evidence that there's increasing amounts of crime in the state because the law enforcement agencies are not reporting those infractions or crimes on non-citizens. This is an amazing piece that tells me an awful lot about what PolitiFact and all the rest of that ilk is really all about. There's a meme circulating around the internet right now that is basically saying, in this political season, you are going to want to keep these sites handy. Visit them regularly. Rather than relying on just one, use multiple fact-checking sites like AP News, factcheck.org, politifact.com, opensecrets.org, Reuters, FactCheck, Verify This, and leadstories.com. Every single one of those I've looked up. I've read through their commentary in a number of topics and find that they all lean very, very leftist. And if that's the advice that the left is giving to the rest of the world, then you know they're getting desperate. This is going to be a very interesting next 2 months, or less than 2 months, till Election Day. And again, I'm just going to reiterate the fact that we should vote as early as we can. I think it's inconvenient for me, but that's what I'm going to do. As soon as the polls open for early voting, I'll be at the alternative site, and I'll be casting my ballot right then and there, and I'll be able to check and validate that it's been accepted, and I'll know for sure that my vote is going to count. I'm very concerned that there is going to be something that's going to happen on Election Day, whether the computers go down, the internet goes down, there's a cyber attack, there's a power outage, there's something that's going to happen on Election Day. And if it does, I want to make sure that I have banked my vote. And yeah, I've heard the alternate argument that if we all vote early, then the Democrats are all going to know how many illegitimate ballots they're going to need to round up and print and submit at 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, if they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat anyway. And whether they know that I voted or whether they know that my wife voted early, I don't think it's going to make any difference, and it's not going to stop them from cheating whenever they find it necessary to pull out all the stops to win this coming election. So I urge you all to cast your ballots as early as you can. Watch the debate tonight. Watch your PolitiFacts and stay out of trouble. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you to be prepared always, and I'll see y'all on the next video.